yeah, we're hopeful that he'll be fit soon. And your combination today?
Cricket's greatest show is here. 10 teams will battle it out in 48 matches across 46 days. And only one will be crowned the world champions. Hello and welcome. You have tuned into WION World of Cricket, our special coverage for the ICC ODI World Cup. I am Nikhil Mathur and I'm joined by sporting royalty and 996 World Cup winner and our in-house expert Dav Watmore. And as always, our sports editor Digvijay Singh Deo is here to give his valuable inputs.
I thought when you started off you said sporting royalty and you always introduced me, but I'm wondering, okay, what's going on here?
Yes, you are also WION The royalty.
No.
So England versus New Zealand, the final, the rematch of the 2019 final is the opening match of this World Cup. The toss has happened. New Zealand have won the toss and they have elected to bowl first. Digvijay, do you have the playing 11?
No, we just quickly going through what we know. So Ben Stokes isn't playing, Kane Williamson isn't playing. I gather Harry Brook is in. New Zealand already have a problem with injuries, but I think I heard him say that Jimmy Neesham's not playing.
Neesham and Sodhi, eh?
And Sodhi's not playing. That means Santner plays and Rachin Ravindra plays.
Rachin plays
because
as well.
already they don't have Saudi. So
That's
that
right.
means there are 3 players short already in injury. So that means they just got 12 players.
Yeah.
So out of those 12, well, Sodhi sits out. So that's
Amazing,
the
isn't it?
easiest 11 we've got to pick.
That's amazing, amazing.
But anyways, just react to what you're hearing. This is does that leave them very undercooked?
I think so. I think New Zealand's going to struggle. You know, I mean, that's not their best 11 by a long shot. Having won the toss, of course, they're expecting to whatever England gets, we're going to get 1 run more.
Let's just go to the team. Conway, Young, Rachin Ravindra, Daryl Mitchell, Tom Latham, Glenn Phillips, Mark Chapman. No, Neesham's in there.
Neesham is there, yeah, that's good.
Santner, Henry, Bolt.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other side, Harry Brook comes in. Yeah. The rest of the team is on expected lines.
So Atkinson, top play, Willie and Stokes are the ones missing for England.
Okay. No, but I thought he said Jimmy Neesham's in playing. That's what
he's in the 11.
He's in that squad.
Yeah, he's in the 11, so that's good. I think that's a little bit better than what could have been the case. There's still pretty in a lot of depth in that 11, and we know that New Zealand just don't give up.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference.
And you see a lot of World Cup winners in that playing 11. I think 8 or 9 players have won a World Cup, while New Zealand, I think they are yet to win the ODI World Cup. So the World Cup winners make you an exciting team and a team that can take you forward.
Well, you have some idea of what it takes to do that. You know, it's not that every team knows how to do it. New Zealand have been pushing and pushing and pushing, and they just keep knocking on the door.
Sorry, just a second. Lockie Ferguson is out. Lockie's out. Sorry,
right.
Lockie's
Matt
out.
Henry's in.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah. And with England, was Harry Brook in that as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Harry Brook.
That's good. Yeah, but you know, New Zealand keep knocking on the door, and you know, for their sake, they're hoping that one day it'll open up. But it's every 4 years, and you know, every 4 years, teams also get better. The other teams, so it's going to be a difficult task for them this year.
Now, Ahmedabad favors the batters. You know, the average score here is 235, but bowling first, what do you make of the...
235? Are you talking of the IPL? Well, that game went for 380, 390 order.
ODI, the 18 ODI, the average is 235, but it's a batting-friendly track. Do you think bowling first? How do you make of the decision by Tom Latham?
That's, again, because I think, you know, they're banking on being able to chase. They feel that that the England team is a very strong batting team, and they could open up, you know, a chase pretty easily. But I think they've done the right thing. They're going to use whatever there is on the surface. They'll have first use of it, and I don't know. It's never an easy thing. You know, I think that wicket will be a good one. I don't think it'll change much either. You know, it'll be a true bounce, a trusting bounce, and I think the groundsman also will want to start off well.
But just looking at these pictures, is it a shame? Because all the stock is of tickets not available. It's an empty ground. You think that ground's only going to get full when India-Pakistan play?
Definitely, but I've not seen the stands yet.
Extremely empty.
Oh, okay.
Probably people will turn up as the
It's
match
a hot
goes.
day.
It's a hot day.
The second session.
Yeah,
and it's
after
not
work.
a weekend.
After work.
It is a work day.
But this is work for us.
Yeah.
No, in fact, with Dav here, there's a lot of stuff we are doing. You can go online, you can text us on WhatsApp, ask him questions, and we're calling it No More with What More. So a lot of our viewers across the world writing in on social media. In fact, Jamie says, let me get Jamie in here. Jamie says, England will definitely miss Stokes' all-round talent, especially his aggressive batting style and sharp fielding skills. Hey, you guys know his cricket? These guys know their cricket?
Well, a lot of spectators do. They have a good knowledge of the game, and certainly they'll miss Stokes, but not as much as what Williamson missed with New Zealand, I feel. But
have they rushed him? Do you get a feeling they've rushed him because it was on this very ground that he had that injury?
No, because I think he played the first two warm-up matches and they were assessing his injury. So I think based on that, they've taken a call because he played the first two matches, the warm-up matches, and based on that, they thought that, they might be rushing in. That's why he has been given a rest.
Okay.
But do you think Trent Bolt? I think Trent Bolt is their ace. If he picks up wicket in the beginning, I think New Zealand can be in the game.
Well, certainly that's what his strength is, just to swing the ball and get wickets, and he's been doing that. So everyone connected with New Zealand will be hoping that will continue. So he's got a job to do. It won't be an easy one because look at it, it's a lovely seeing day.
Yeah.
Not sure how much swing there will be in the air. If there's not much swing, then it's going to be a little bit of a tough road. Even if there is swing, he's got to ensure that it starts in the right line so it ends up in the perfect length and direction to ensure that the aggression of Bairstow and a little bit of Milan doesn't get away too easily.
Okay, no more with what more. Are you getting those? I've got them. No more with what more. Right next to me is the great Dave Watmore. Emma says, no Stokes, no party. England's batting lineup just won't be the same. Oliver says, I think England's young talent is going to step up in Stokes' absence. I think Oliver means Harry Brook.
Yeah.
And Jacob says, Stokes brings energy and passion to the team. Ava White says, Stokes is a big loss, but England's young players are capable of stepping up in his absence. Dav, I'm just trying to mix all of this together. Yes, Stokes is a match winner. I call him the greatest match winner of this generation. But England have gotten used to playing without Ben Stokes.
Well, they have, haven't they, the last few years?
So there shouldn't be reason to panic here. I mean, for him coming back and playing is actually just a bonus.
Well, only that the last time he did play, he got 100, didn't he, in a bilateral, and then he got another 50 in practice matches as well. So there's no question he'll be missed. That the England team would rather have him in the 11 than not. But as I said earlier, his absence can be absorbed a little bit easier than what Kane Williamson will be for New Zealand.
Okay, David says, and I love this. Thank you, David. This is a great point. How about giving Joe Root a shot at the top? He's got the class and experience to anchor the innings. Wow.
Why not? I mean, he could be into the second ball. You never know. But there is a difference mentally between opening the batting and batting at 3, no question. So apart from that difference, technically he could be in facing a brand new ball in the second ball. So it could happen.
And even Harry Brook, they have options, a lot of options for the opening slot. But I think Johnny Bairstow and David Malan, lefty righty, they will go with that. And it's
but hang on. Arvind says Joss Buttler as an opener would be my pick. He can take the game away from the option early on. In fact, they've played together. That usually was the combination.
Everyone can take the game away in the England team, and he's more suited to the 20-over game, I feel.
Because Ravi Patel says, bring in Joss Buttler to open. His explosive starts are exactly what England need. I think, Ravi, just one correction. England play in 4th gear from the start, irrespective.
Well, with Bairstow, they've got enough. Aggressors in there.
Yeah.
Joe Root and to a lesser extent, David Malan. They add a little bit of saneness in it all.
And they have a very good combination of lefties and righties. You have Malan top of the order, then Moeen Ali, Sam Curran. So that can be a problem for New Zealand as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No bowler likes to, particularly when you got a lefty and a righty. If they keep taking singles, it is a real pain. Bowlers have to redirect their target. Fielders have to more often change. It's a real pain.
Okay, we've spoken a lot about this one. Let's talk about New Zealand because Chris says New Zealand has always been the underdogs, but I think this time they're going to surprise everyone.
It can happen, no question. And looking at that team, even though they haven't got one of their best bowlers and their best batsman playing, they still back deep, don't they? And they are disciplined. They're not that. They just don't collapse.
Yeah.
They just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. So,
But how do you sort of get that team spirit going? Because hearing you talk about it, and Nikhil and I were talking about this as well. Well, this is the ideal team to coach.
New Zealand?
Is there a team?
Yeah, well, it's a small country, population small, but their domestic cricket's improved a hell of a lot over the last 10 or so years. And as a result, they've got, a good small bunch of guys who, value their spot with the team. Financially, they're not as good as other countries, but they play for the right reasons. And I feel, that all that adds up to a very close team unit.
And they also have a lot of all-rounders. I remember Grant Elliott, South Africa would remember him. The 2019 World Cup, he took that match away from. And I see they also bat very deep, as you said. James Neesham bats at 9, and they have Mitchell Santner who can bat. Even Daryl Mitchell has been their middle order mainstay. So I think they have the talent, but I don't know, is it about the mentality, or what is it about that they falter at the last stage? 2 back-to-back finals, but...
Well, I mean, to get to the finals, it's a pretty good effort anyway, isn't it?
Ask India.
Yeah, no question. I mean, they've done really well to get there. But you mentioned Neesham batting at 9. I think he's definitely a floater. He'll need a bit more time than batting at 9 to make an impact. I wouldn't be too bothered. New Zealand, small, as I said, small population, not expected to reach the great heights, but they have. So, they've done really well.
Yeah.
Okay, Samuel Davis has a question. I'll just take that. He's asking, what's everyone's thoughts on the pitch conditions, favour the batters or the bowlers? I mean, your experience, we haven't seen it, your experience of ICC events, and it's extensive. The ICC wants flat decks out there. It's something for the bowler if he's got extra pace.
Yeah, surely. They've got 2 new balls as well, so let's not forget that. But I feel that Ahmedabad ground, as you mentioned, Nikhil, with an average score of 235. Yeah, I was a little surprised. It's a big ground, so clearing the boundary may be a little bit harder because balls that would normally go for 6 maybe, finding the fielder and wickets fall as a result. So that's one of the reasons why perhaps 235. The other one is that the wicket can slow up a little bit, but I'm not sure that'll be the case today.
Okay.
Digvijay, do you know when was the last time New Zealand and England played the opening match of a World Cup?
96.
And who was the World Cup winning coach in that year? Good omen for you.
Who won the game?
New Zealand won the game.
New Zealand won the game, yeah. So
Nathan Hassel played that game. Chris Keynes, Nathan Hassel. Lee Germont was captain.
Lee
Germont was captain. Chris Harris, I remember, and Germont got 100 in Chennai against Australia. They still lost the game.
Is that an omen?
Quarterfinal.
Could be an omen, you never know.
Yeah. Nathan Hassel scored 100 in that match, if I'm not wrong. But the head-to-head in the last match has been even, Steven. They both have won 5-5. So, but clearly, England are the favourites. Do you think, will it be an upset if New Zealand beat England in the opening match?
Definitely be an upset. This team, is touted by many good judges to play off in the final match. So
Can I take you back, say, 8 years? I think 8 years. Yeah, I was in Australia.
Yeah.
Big match, Australia New Zealand. Who won that match? Blew them off. McCullum's team.
Well, yeah, but in the final?
Yeah, I'm talking the first round, first game.
Well, that can happen. As I said, Australia loses along the way. But when the chips are, when the whips are cracking, they're generally there.
Let's look at the poll questions, yeah? We've got some poll questions going.
Yeah.
Which year?
I'm just telling that.
Okay.
So you can go to our Facebook, YouTube and Twitter pages. Ask Dav is a hashtag, and there are a lot of polls which are running. You can vote, you can give your comments. We'll take all of them, and Dav will give you his insights. So keep your comments, questions.
The first one,
firing.
what should be an ideal first innings total at Ahmedabad?
Yeah, well, I would,
less than 200, 200 to 250, 250, 300, 300 above.
I would fancy closer to 250, to be honest with you, or if not more.
Just 7% of our audience thinks that.
Yeah,
that's first game of a World Cup. Yeah. This is not a 20-over contest, man.
No. What do you think? More?
I think England batting first, 300 plus.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
It's more than what the average should be.
Definitely.
Average on that ground. Yeah.
Okay, next one. Who's going to be missed most in the opening match? Stokes, Williamson or Saudi? That's an easy one.
Williamson, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7% of the audience thinks Saudi, 47 think Kane, 47 think Ben.
Oh,
It's a
that's
tie.
clear.
New Zealand, England, always a tie. Okay, let's look at the next one. These are all coming in real time, you know. So I just need. Okay, this is will England miss Ben Stokes against New Zealand?
Will England miss Ben Stokes? They'll miss him for a little bit, I think, but not too much. When they get a big score,
He's not
doesn't
bowling,
matter.
he's just a batter, he's
But
a floater.
he's
I
a
don't think
floater.
England need Ben Stokes for the group stage matches. They need him for the final and the semi-final. He's the man for big occasion.
What do you think?
I don't think when the squad was announced, Ben Stokes initially wasn't part of it, and England was still favourites. The addition of Ben Stokes only make them more stronger. But I think he's a player for the big matches. England will cruise through the group stage, and they will need him in the semi-finals and finals. So I don't think
78% of people disagree with you, and me. They think England are going to miss him. We think no. I said no. 22% saying no. 3 of us in that 22 go up to 25.
I'm saying they will miss him, but not to the point where
Yes.
it's going to make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
so. Yeah, England.
Okay. How do you look at this game panning out? What do New Zealand need to do to sort of when they're bowling first, right?
Yeah, they're going to get wickets.
No. So what's the target? What for New Zealand will be a target which they think they can chase down? What is a moral victory for them? Keep this high-flying England team down to 260?
Yeah, I think so. I think if they get them out or restrict them to 260 to even 270, they'll feel that they've done a reasonable job and that they can chase that down. But it won't be easy because if these batters get away, it could be closer to 300.
Yeah.
No, we don't have Paul the Octopus, but there's a prediction time, and a poll is also out there. What's your prediction? First inning total.
Let's
first.
know more with what?
Yes. First inning total.
Well, going on what you said about 235 being an average score batting first, I feel it'll be more, and it's not going to be as easy as what you think, Diggy. You're saying close to 300. I reckon about 270.
270.
I'll tell you what, those numbers are from also the old stadium before the stadium became 120,000. Let's remember that. It's
Yeah.
still the same stadium.
What about the wicket?
The wickets probably changed as well.
Relayed?
No, so 260 is Dav's prediction. What's
270.
your 270?
Yeah.
I can stand corrected there. Digvijay is still sticking with 300.
Harris is saying New Zealand's fielding has always been top-notch. 1 or 2 good catches can turn the game. That, according to my friend Dav Watmore,
That's a game changer.
The game changer.
That's right.
In fact, if you want to understand more of game changers, get to our digital handles and Dav explains it. In fact, nobody in this game is his game changer. No.
Who's that?
That's Sachin Tendulkar coming on, right?
Jeez.
Looking dapper. Okay, let's wrap this because he needs to rush on to another broadcast. Okay, Morris is asking, last one, Dav. Morris is asking, will the weather play a key role in today's match?
I don't think
It's hot.
so.
It's
I don't
hot
think
and-
so. The other thing is, and perhaps I'm led to believe another week or two,
The dew becomes a factor.
becomes a factor, yes. But today I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
Predictions last before we wrap up. We'll be there for the mid-innings show. England.
England.
So 270. Digvijay, you are sticking with 300?
300 plus.
Okay, 300 plus 270. England, and England.
I just think confidence, and I just think that I haven't seen this England team falter of late. Sort of like we saw with Australia, sort of getting rattled.
Yeah.
They lost one game against New Zealand, then came back with a bang. I just think deep down, the core of the team is still the same which won a World Cup, right?
Yeah.
8 players, at least there. So, yeah.
If they lose wickets, they keep going hard.
They keep going hard, yeah.
Only Atkinson and Topley are the 2 players who haven't won a World Cup. Others have won a T20 or the ODI World Cup. So that team is full of champions.
Okay, one sec. Big question before we go. Sorry, interrupting you. Josh has a question for you. Josh, I don't know where you're from, Josh.
Okay, Josh.
Who's your star player for the opening match?
The star. Oh,
Yeah, I think some fantasy. They're asking for fantasy tips.
gee. I'll go with Bairstow.
Johnny Bairstow for you.
Yeah.
Okay, you had him as one of your
Yeah.
top batters, sticking to your boys, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Let's wrap this?
Yeah. So we'll be back for the mid-innings show. Till then, the coverage continues on the broadcast. Tune in to WION, the TV channel, and as well as YouTube and Facebook. We'll be back.
we're hopeful that he'll be fit soon. And your combination today? The guys are missing
Cricket's
out.
greatest show,
Top